What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be taking you guys through my Sunday night routine, workout, recovery, Bible study, all in one. We just got to the gym. We'll catch you guys in a second. This is my home gym, Pursuit Fitness. I love this gym just because it has everything. It has steam room, sauna, hot tub, all the weights and equipment you would ever want. The people are super nice, and it's right in my hometown of Monroe, Washington. Up first, we have 15 minutes of sauna to get warmed up. During this time, I will listen to worship music to get my mind and my heart right for Bible study. And some of my favorite worship songs at the moment are Gratitude by Brandon Lake, Trusting God by Elevation, I Thank God by Jay Walker's Worship, and Nothing Else by Cody Carnes. Once we're all warmed up, we will head over to the treadmill and we'll walk for an hour uphill at 6.0 incline and 3.6 speed. While we're on the treadmill, we're going to do our Bible devotional, which we will go over together later in this episode. And then I will watch the latest sermon by Transformation Church. This is something I started doing a couple years ago. I still go to an in-person church locally wherever I'm at, but Transformation Church has been an absolute blessing to me. Shout out Mike Todd. This is something I do to supplement my Bible study as well. Third thing, and debatably one of my favorites, is the massage chair, guys. So basically here I just sit here and relax and kind of just reflect over what I read in Bible study. So fourth on the list is our stretching and foam rolling routine. Here are some quick clips of my routine. This is something I really should do more of, but with the busy schedule, it's one of the first things to get cut, unfortunately. But it's amazing for recovery, guys. So highly recommend stretching and foam rolling during the week as well if you have time. Last step, guys, is our 15 minutes of steam room. This is my great reset for the week and where I pray and just get my mind right for the week. So that was my full Sunday routine. I did my Bible study and I was recording it in there for you guys, but they caught me filming, so I didn't get to finish in there. But I'm like, we're better off in the car anyways because the music is very loud. So it is what it is. We're gonna make the most of it anyways. So the text we're going over today is Genesis 39, and this whole Bible plan is called Trusting God's Plan in the Waiting. So to get you guys caught up on where we're at, Joseph had favor on his life from a young age. He was his father's favorite. His father gave him a coat of many colors, and Joseph also had the ability to interpret dreams. However, when Joseph was younger, he came across very, very, very arrogant when he's telling his brothers he was going to rule over them after a dream they had. That didn't make the brothers very happy, so they decided to throw him in a pit, and they were going to kill him, but they ended up selling him into slavery. So now Joseph is this is where we're at in the story, and Joseph is a slave in Egypt to a man named Potiphar, who is the Egyptian Pharaoh's captain of the guard. So now if we really put ourselves in Joseph's shoes, he's probably really, really confused at this point because he just had a dream that he was going to be ruling over his brothers, and now he's a slave in Egypt. Now, if I put myself in that type of a story, like there's times in my life, multiple times, where I felt like God's calling me to this, and I'm over here doing something maybe completely different. And I'm like, God, how are you going to turn this to this? How are you going to take me from here to here? Like I see and I feel like you're telling me to do this, but I'm such in this opposite situation right now. Like how can you make good of this? And Joseph's example is way worse than anything we've probably ever been through. But just to relate it, I think we've all been to a place where we feel maybe lost or in a season of waiting where we feel like we're called to something and we're just not there yet. So today's devotional really is all about what are we doing in the waiting. The first sentence of the devotional is bloom where you are planted. And now I was like, okay, right off the bat, I'm like, this is going to be a great devotional, because I'm just like, okay, for me, I'm personally in a season of waiting right now. Me and Karina, short version, we lived in LA all last year. We took a trip to Brazil with Rafa, and it was amazing. We were like modeling for this Brazilian brand. It was absolutely incredible. We got back to LA, and me and Karina both looked at each other like, we're not supposed to be here anymore. It's like something on the inside, we both just felt like we were not supposed to be in LA anymore. So we put in our 30-day notice, and I'm just like, I don't know why, we just felt it, and we did it. We had no idea where we were gonna go. If we're gonna go back to Seattle, where? Like, I literally just didn't know. So like, we're just trusting God at this point. My best friend Mitchell from Monroe, him and his wife live in Nashville, and we've always joked about living there. I personally always wanted to live somewhere down south, and I was just like, oh, we'll go see Mitchell and just see what it's like, and maybe we'll like it, maybe we'll move there, blah, 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 whatever. So we take a trip down there, love it, and it just, God opened a door, like crazy door for us, a place for us to stay, and a nice place, like everything we've ever wanted, really close to Mitchell, like 20 minutes from outside Nashville. Absolute perfect situation that I know for a fact was God, and it just felt like he was calling us there, because there was no way obviously for us to make this situation happen. It just kind of happened, and all at the perfect timing. And we're like, okay, God, we prayed about it, and we felt like, you know, Nashville's where we're gonna go, and it worked out timing wise. We're gonna move there in January, so we moved back home. We're like, perfect, we'll have the holidays with the family, be perfect, be back in Seattle for a little bit, see our grandparents, spend time with our parents, and it'll be awesome, right? And it is, and I'm super thankful for this time, but it's definitely a time of waiting. It's definitely like we're waiting for that next chapter we feel like God's calling us to. And for me, I'm like, okay, I felt really convicted doing this devotional and being like, okay, God, what are you trying to teach me right now in this season of waiting? Like, I know where you are calling us to go. I just want to know, like, what do you want from me right now? And you got to be really careful when you ask God stuff like that, because he started just showing me boom, 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 thing after thing. I thought I had stuff pretty much together, and apparently I did not. So you have to be honest with yourself, and I had to be honest with myself. One thing specifically I feel like God is really, really telling me to hone in on it in this season of waiting is being a better communicator. I'm really trying to take it to another level to where I can really speak with intentionality and encourage people, inspire people, lead people, and just be kind and just give life to people when I speak. That's what I'm really working on right now. Another thing I'm really working on is I have like a million ideas at once all the time. Like, I'm like multitasking like 55 things in my mind at once, where God's like, hey, that's awesome, and I'm giving you all these good ideas, but you need to focus on these things and do them really, really well. And that's really hard for me. So I think doing practically, how am I going to do that? Like making to-do lists and sticking to them, and not just doing 10 different things at once and not finishing anything, right? So that's something I'm really focusing on. The biggest thing I got from this whole thing is like taking advantage. When you're in a season of waiting and you don't feel like you're where you want to be, take advantage of that time. Work on things. I've been in this season of my life many times, and each time I've came out of it better, and it was a pruning season. He was getting me ready, just like he's doing in Joseph right now. Joseph is a slave. He will eventually, if you've finished the story, he will be second in command, second to Pharaoh in Egypt. He's as a slave right now. So how is God going to turn it from a slave all the way to second in command to Pharaoh? And on the way, Joseph gets put in prison. It's just like horrible, horrible stuff, right? Way more worse than anything I'm going through. But if he can do it for Joseph, we serve the same God. He can do it for us, right? So I'm really encouraging you guys right now. If you feel like you're not where you want to be yet, pray about it and try to read your word and just try to improve and be ready and get better. And because none of us are perfect, it's a constant grind. You know, it doesn't matter how long you've been a Christian or not been a Christian. It doesn't matter. It's a constant effort to get to know the Lord. It's a constant effort to get better every day. So really take advantage of this season of waiting. And that's my encouragement for you. And that's what this is encouraging to me as well. So everything I say to you guys, it's not that I haven't figured it out. It's because I'm going through these processes as well. So I hope that was helpful for somebody. All right, guys, so that's all I got for the devotional tonight. If you guys like this type of content, please let me know down in the comments below. If you have any questions about Jesus or anything, I'll be happy to talk about it. I hope everybody has a great night. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.